So trying to diagnose a problem with this fridge. So some of the symptoms are that the temperature controls are just not working. It's not staying where I set it. So I went to minus 18, as you can see it's going to bounce back. Oh, went back to 15. On the freezer section, on the fridge section, refrigerator section, set down to something like 2 or 3. Doesn't stay, nothing happens, it just bounces back. And the fridge section is not as cold. The freezer's working fine, but I've already taken out the back cover. If you look at this, the evaporator fan is not spinning. It does a little half a spin and it just kind of gives up. And there's a beeping sound coming from the refrigerator. So all this tells me that there's something wrong with the control board or the motherboard, so I'm going to take a look at that. Alright, so we're about to take out the motherboard. So you go to the back of the fridge, you take out screws to take out the cover. That's pretty easy. Now here's the thing, the motherboard is back here. This metal thing, the motherboard's in there. Over here is the inverter, so to get to this, you have to take this thing out. And you'll recognize it's just a plastic gray box, at least on this fridge, which is the Kenmore Elite. So I'm going to take this thing out, and you'll also notice it because it's right next to the compressor. So, condenser. So we have to take this out. So it's very easy. You can either use a manual screwdriver, or you can use an automatic one. Doesn't matter. It's just a hex bit. So to do it, first we're going to take this out right here. So for everything exposed, I just use my automatic screwdriver. I know I mentioned this before, but make sure the fridge is unplugged. Very important, because we're going to be working around, power cables and things like that. So, alright, so this ground wire is out of the way. Tuck it away here. So now we have to take this out. This is very easy to take out. It's just held on by one screw down here. So you just unscrew this, and then then you just slide out. There's a clip, so you just unclip it. Okay, so we're going to take out this to get the inverter out. Pick up the screw. The inverter is right here. So we just slide it out. That's it. We'll pull this out of the way. You don't have to unplug anything. You just really need to get it out of the way. You don't need to unplug it or anything. Move it to the side. Watch out for the wires touching this, because this might be hot if your fridge has been running for a while. Okay, so now we just go in here. Let's see if I can get a shot of this. I'm just going to go in here. So the motherboard is held on by 2 screws. Mine only has 1 for some reason. But we just take out this screw. Okay. So this is the motherboard. Let's take it out. Let's get some of the wires out of the way and just pull it out. You should just that's it. You just pull it out. There's a lot of jumper cables and in there, but it's usually long enough just to get out. You know what? These edges are sharp, so you have to be careful. I'm actually going to put my gloves on next. So this is your motherboard for the refrigerator. Now, the easiest way to get it out is just to unplug all these jumper cables. Now from looking at it, it looks like they're all different, so it's going to be easy to to know which one goes where after you unplug them. Alright, so I'm just going to unplug all the jumpers and then take it to the next step. Okay, so this is what the motherboard looks like when it's inside the metal container. So we're just going to pop out. Turn it over there. There are these retaining plugs here that we could just pop out to get the actual motherboard out of the casing. Alright, so what I ordered, what comes in the kit is just two items, a relay and a capacitor. So the capacitor, it doesn't matter what it is, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's black, and the relay as well. So this is the only two components that you need to actually fix your motherboard. Okay, so here's the motherboard. So here's what we're going to change. You gotta change this capacitor, this relay right here, the second from the top, and we'll change this capacitor right here, C32. Those are the ones we have to change. And so the way we do the repair, turn the motherboard over, we find it, we unsolder it. So the tools you're going to need to actually make this repair is going to be a solder gun, and this little tool is handy. It's called a desolder. It just kind of sucks up the solder after you heated it up. So your connections, when you take out the controls, are nice and clean. Of course, it's the solder gun as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make that switch. Got the parts right here from my kit. I'm gonna make that change. All right, so I just took out this relay, the second one from the top, and so I got this new one that I'm just gonna pop in. Now, don't worry about getting it backwards or the right way goes, because this relay can only go one way, so there's no way to put it whatever, the inverse or any other way. So I'm going to throw that in, I'm going to solder it up, I'm going to put it back on into the housing, and I'm going to put it back into the fridge. But and I've already changed the capacitor. The one thing to keep in mind, the capacitor, is that the negative and the positive are, it's real. I mean, you have to get them the exact same, right? So the negative, you'll always see on the capacitor, there's a striped side, so that's in the negative, and so that just goes onto the negative terminal, and then the positive is just the other side, goes onto the positive terminal. If you look close at the motherboard, you'll see that they actually indicate positive and negative. So just make sure, you have to ensure that the polarities are right.